Hi everyone, the Mature Simmer here. Welcome to the Mariah's Pass series by RBJets. We're in scenario number 29. So it's time to pick up and leave Essex for a quick pickup in Red Eagle before you end this next part that will bring you closer to Whitefish. A little shorter than the last one, 35 minutes. Okay, 7293. There's going to be some local switcher traffic running lumber to and from Red Eagle, and that is where you will have a small pickup before holding for eastbound traffic. Head via Pinnacle Main 1. I'll get back to you. Alright, so we're going to do a couple vias. We're going to stop, then we're going to couple 3 cars, it looks like. And then we're going to go to another section. So at this point, it looks like we're good. They're stopping. So we have a green light, they have red. There we go. So obviously they're letting us go on, so we want to be good about that. So Pinnacle Main 1 is about 3 miles away. It's a long train to get moving. I think we're going downhill, so this is a little... Oh, I see. I don't have my forward motion. I'm just letting gravity do its thing. That makes a little more sense now. So it's just kind of like revving the engine in neutral for a car. It's a little bit what that's like. I keep forgetting to turn on my lights. I don't think I did it at all in the last scenario, so that's not good. But again, we can go 40 here, so that means we'll at least be covering ground faster, but obviously the scenario time is the scenario time, so I'm sure the 35 minutes is just going to mean we're going to go farther if we're going faster. But maybe it'll be close to about the same distance, given that we're going faster, but we're 5 minutes shorter in entire time. Alright. I don't think we're going to climb anywhere. At this point, we're probably... Yeah, we're clear of that area, which means that switcher's probably going to be coming after us pretty soon. Or pulling onto our line, whatever it needed to do. But I think they were talking about the switch work more in Red Eagle, so we've got, what, 3 go vias first, so... Yeah, I just don't know if this seems like a longer line, or if it really is a longer line. No, there's some switchers doing some work there. So, let's see. I think we're still speeding up a bit. Oh, now that's slowing us down, just going to 0.8, so... I think I need to let the engine go down to 315 or whatever it is that it idles at, and then see what we're doing. So now there's a little bit of a speed up. But not much. So go around through here. Obviously a mile and a half is still a good distance. A little further than we can see, certainly with a turn in the tracks. But once again, able to just coast without any power applied, meaning we're burning as little fuel as possible. So yeah, this is a bit of a bigger spread here. Oh, it looks like they're like strip mining the landscape there for something. Whoops, let's be careful here. So even 0.6 or 6% is slowing us down, so that's a good thing. Drop that back down. So a lot of nice pines, which is pretty common out west. Alright. Coming up by the road again. I'm guessing where that car is where Pinnacle is. So it's kind of rendering a little later than I would think. Like all those trees just popped in where initially it looked like it was clear. Then it wasn't. So alright, so coming up on it here. Signal is green, which is what we'd expect. And we'll see what our next point looks like. Alright, a little over 4 miles to Paola Main 1, Paola. Not sure what it is. But at 40 miles an hour, that would be what, 1/10 of an hour? So 6 minutes, a little over 6 minutes to get that far, because we're not quite going 40 and we have more than 4 miles, so. So be cruising along, but we're on a stretch here where again it's a single track. I'm sure due to the ability of clearing the right-of-way, that's where they make some of those decisions. Because obviously to the left, we're pretty close to the edge of the mountain, where they'd have to carve more out to put another track there, and otherwise they'd have to lay more fill in to put another track to the right. But still going downhill in theory, although we're slowing down, which is okay. Let's see, if I put myself at 13, I assume I will speed up. Yep. But I'm going to get myself probably to 39 if I can. And then we'll see if gravity's still doing its thing or not. So another little set of buildings that obviously something's happening. Little solar panel next to that. Not sure what we've got here. Just a radio or some sort of antenna. Well, at this point the power is just maintaining, but that's good. But I see we're going uphill is what the issue is. And now we are rising a bit. So I'll increase the power a bit more. But as long as we are, that may not do much. So down to a little over 2 miles. Looks like we've got some sort of a switch coming up because it's a double signal. So I'm guessing either that or it's just giving me an indicator for the next block. I'm not sure. Obviously the bottom is red. Alright, so now we're going downhill again. A mobile home park, something like that. Not quite sure where the tracks are going there. Is it a tunnel? Yeah, it looks like it is. That's what was confusing me. It's like it looked like it was turning up the hill. Alright, let me drop down to 13. We'll see what happens when we go in here. I think we'll just float over the top. Nope, that scared me, to be frank and honest. Oh, it literally, like, put me in here. Okay. I guess I remember this tunnel on the in the other direction, but it was a long one. Oh, it did put me back out on its own. I didn't have to touch anything. So, new understanding of the interface there. Alright, speeding up a bit. Don't want to do... Gotta be careful. So we got another tunnel coming up. Alright, put ourselves back on 13. So yeah, these were kind of what the tunnels had been, just very short, pointed little things, but... Alright, so the road is up above us now, I think. Certainly not to the right of us. That's just the river. Alright, so half a mile, so just a little bit around this turn. Maybe this, I guess this other turn too. And then we'll see what our next stretch looks like, because then shortly thereafter, whoops, getting dangerously close to speeding again. Alright, so now we're off the single track, so Paola Main is where things spread out again. Ooh, long way, over 7 miles. So that will take us probably 20 minutes. Or 12 minutes, I should say. Because it's, again, like 20% of the speed. Alright, let's see. If I put it on 9, that's enough to slow me down. But yeah, this definitely gets us a good ways closer to Whitefish, 15-20 miles closer. So, just kind of basic scenery, but you know, what we'd see out of a train, right? Going through the mountains. But again, the service road paralleling the right-of-way for the tracks. Road down below. Sure, every once in a while we'll see the service road connecting to the road itself. So obviously, you know, the server road being dirt and gravel, you want to drive on it probably as little as you can. So you want to just be on the main roads for as long as possible and then bounce over. But yeah, we're definitely doing a lot longer stretches of straightness. Not as much as I imagine it would be like on the Great Plains. But yeah, we're getting close enough now that you know, there is that thing of what's next. You know, do I do another Marias Pass route scenario? There's definitely others I have. But after doing 36, I think I'm going to be up for something different. I may go back to some of the in-game scenarios for a route I haven't done. Because again, I started out kind of doing 3 the game came with. I don't know that I've actually done the Marias Pass ones. I don't recall if I did that come with that are you know, kind of the official in-game ones for this. I probably did, and then did this. So I may have taken care of that. But, you know, now that we're on, what, scenario 29, I think it was, getting close, you know, out of 36. Not too many more to go. Another month and we'll be done. Alright. Up on 5 miles. But yeah, that was kind of the long straight plus a little bit of a turn. Yeah, I don't think through anywhere on this line that we really get above 40, so I think this is top speed for this railroad. Looks like the car's going about the same speed as us. He just vanished, though. He was right next to us. So, a little hard to gauge what speed they're going. There's a car ahead, but... oh. Although this one here is now passing us, so I guess they are going a little faster. It's interesting. It looks like, whoops, we gotta be down to 35 in the blink of an eye here. I better be careful. Alright. So we're in good shape there. But I'm guessing we've got a little bit of a sharp turn or something. So there we go. I had seen the little arrow sign earlier, so I figured there was some sort of a speed change coming, but wasn't entirely clear. But yeah, this is a sharper turn than I've certainly been doing in a bit. So you would think that maybe we'd turn around and then pretty quickly accelerate again, but it does look like we've kind of gotten crunched in the valley a bit here. But under 4 miles to go now. And again, that's just for kind of an interim step where we're going to pick up some more things and then continue on a bit more. So we could have another 5-10 miles ahead of us. But I don't imagine that would be the case because, again, the scenario timing, you know, we're certainly at 20-25 minutes by the time we get to this Red Eagle Main, I think. And so we've only got like 10 minutes left, which means, you know, maybe it'll be another 3 or 4 miles past once we get there. But now, yeah, it looks like we're getting to where it starts to flatten out a bit. See, I think this was the part that was like where we were just entering the mountains. It just seems that way. We were kind of hugging the edge there as the road was doing its thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not remembering correctly, but I think that's what we were facing. Obviously, we've got to go this route to not have to build bridges over water and so forth. I thought this was the river until I saw that, so it's just a little bit of a pond or a lake from the river that's on the other side of the road. Enjoying the scenery too much, I need to pay attention to the speed, because I do see it's slowly creeping up, and we've still got 3 miles, so I don't think we're going to have the luxury of not applying the brakes. So, but yeah, definitely you can see just even in the valley, like the river's spreading out, breaking into multiple channels. So certainly just the fact that it has enough land to do that is showing how things are widening out, which usually is a good indicator that we're getting out of the mountains. But still got some foothills here for a little while. See what happens around the next few bends. Alright, so, well, yeah, because we've only actually got one, whatever Nyack Main 1 is. These 2 steps are just kind of stopping at the location and then picking things up. So what was it? Stop at Red Eagle, clear switch west. So yeah, that just sounds like something for this scenario. And then we're backing up onto that leg. Alright, we are, in theory, going downhill, but we are slowing down. So my problem is, I think as soon as I put any power on, it's going to accelerate pretty fast. And yes, it is. Alright, that's a mile marker we're going by. So, not very important when we don't have to look for things at certain miles. We already know we've got 1.5 miles until our next checkpoint. So, alright. Valley's definitely widening up. Alright, looks like we're going to be able to speed up a bit, which isn't going to help us much, because I think we're probably darn near 3/4 mile long as far as a train, so the fact that we just have 1 mile till the checkpoint somewhat indicates by the time we're able to speed up to 45, the train won't even have been there. Oops. Can't speed up to 45 yet, so I better pay attention. Got darn close again. A lot of these weird little ponds or lakes here on the other side of the road. Just as you get closer, at least for me, it just starts to feel like things are slowing down, which I know they're not. Because obviously we're still right around 35. Alright, I think I see the spot up there. So we're going to Red Eagle clear, switch west. But we're going via, okay, so Main 1 and east. Alright, we can go 45, so we can worry about the speed a little less, but basically, yes, we're going via 1, and then we're going to hit the clear switch, whatever that is. Alright, well, there it is. So I guess I better be ready, because it may not be. Okay, so Red Eagle is up ahead. Clear siding, switch and hold at Red Eagle, clear, switch west. Okay. 1.25 miles, but pretty sure it's somewhere on this straight line. And I'm sure we'd have to get past that. We're probably backing up onto that leg is my guess of what we've got. So I'm gonna go ahead and move us along a bit, since we can be at 45, but we've also got a mile to go. Oh yeah, so you can see the cars sitting on a siding. I'm sure that's what we're trying to clear. And I'm guessing the distance is far enough that it knows with the length of the train that's where it needs us. Because, yeah, that's just a Y that ends at the river's edge there. So, yeah, we may be capturing this. Guess we'll see in a moment. A little more than a moment. Got almost 3/4 of a mile till that moment comes up. But there may legitimately be markers like this, because when your train's this long, you almost need to know, hey, pull up and stop at this point, and then you're clear of the switch. So that, in essence, is, I think, what they've done. But you can see we're at 0.3 miles. So, be able to tell there and see on the bottom where we're at. So at this point, I am going to start slowing down, because we're 0.12, 0.11, 0.10. Yeah, we're kind of closing on it relatively fast. Now it's slowing down a bit. But 0.05, 0.04. 0.02, and there we go. Don't think we're quite past it yet. No, it says we are. Interesting. I hope that's accurate. So let's see. Nope. We are not. So let me get there. Now I think we're okay. So yes, now it has switched, because yeah, that one we couldn't touch. Where this one we can, but we need to go to east Red Eagle west leg 2806. Yep, and we're picking up the 3 cars there. And that's going to be a 10 or a, I guess it looks like 15, but either way, it's not much. And it's not far either, so I'll want to be careful. quite sure if I'm going uphill or downhill here. Okay, there we go. So that part is 10. But I think if I was going faster, I would have had a bit of a challenge there. Alright. So we'll let that drift back and connect. There we go. Now we want to go the other way. There we go. I'm like, why is it not changing? Alright, now it finally is. Alright, 1.61 miles, but we can only go 10 for a bit. Have to get off the back here, so, but I think we're going, no, I guess we're going downhill, but, so got a little bit of lumber on the back here. Kind of makes up for the 3 cars plus the locomotive we dropped off. So there's some more switcher work. Because yeah, once I get clear of the 1, I'll be able to go faster than 10. I'll be able to go to 15, and then, you know, we'll be back to 40 pretty quickly, I think. Alright, there we go, 15. So we'll speed up a bit more. And I'm thinking by the time we get near 15, we'll be able to go quite a bit faster. There we go. So we will move that, get ourselves back here. And then we're stopping at Nyack Main, which may just be at the end of this straightaway. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, we've got a good long train. I've enjoyed this trip back with this longer cargo. Alright. Coming up on a mile before we know it. We're still not clear of that Red Eagle clear switch with the train, which is a bit scary if you think about how long we've been pulling things here. But straight mile. Looks like a slow down symbol. So I'm guessing we're going to go down to 40 or 35 again. Almost thinking the track, I see what I think is a signal up there. I'm wondering if the track goes back to a single again, because I know that happened a few times as we were heading this way. Yeah, that's what it looks like is happening, so I'm sure it's just having us hold there until the next train comes through. So let's see, half a mile, and there it shows up. But as I thought, it is on the straight. Alright, let me start applying the brakes. Again, they work pretty effectively. So I usually don't have to do it too terribly early. But I do need to be careful. I don't know. It's drifting a little quicker than I'd like. But now we're going to be below 10, I think, before the brakes fully back off. So this will actually work out okay. And then we'll be done with this scenario, and we'll see what's in store for us next time. But yeah, slowly drifting up here. Again, tends to be a car parked or something wherever they want us to hold. Alright. So there we go. We'll get the little break there. We'll wait. It's quite a wait. Usually RBJets has had these go quicker, but they're making sure. Bad luck, you did not complete the scenario. What did I not do? Oh, it says I didn't stop at the switch. Interesting. Okay, well. I think we're okay, but I didn't realize I didn't stop where I needed to. Obviously, I picked things up, but yeah, we went maybe 31 miles. I think that's with the last one, because we weren't going an hour and 16 minutes either. But I think we're good. Again, it's one of those that maybe I'll redo in the future if I want to try it and do it appropriately, but we've gotten where we need to get, so I'll see you next time.